Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be covering my favorite and what I think is the best voyage in Sea of Thieves, the Veils. And this is going to be a complete guide on the easiest way for doing it, even if you are a somewhat new player. And just first things first, in order to start the Veil, if that's your question, you have to be a pirate legend. And if you're not a pirate legend yet, don't worry, we will have a guide on your easiest route to pirate legend coming very soon. So grab some popcorn, grab an apple, grab your favorite pet, and buckle in as we go through the easiest way to do Veils in Sea of Thieves. Now, kicking things off, when you vote up a Veil from your map table, you want to make sure that A, you're doing a dive quest, and B, you want to make sure the Veil is starting at a shipwreck. As when it's starting at a shipwreck, this is the easiest one to do that can also grant you some really good supplies if you're just beginning your journey. So once you have the shipwreck task up, go ahead and dive to that location or sail to it if it's close by. And the reason the shipwreck quest is so easy is because the logbook always spawns in the Grimm's Fortune ship, which is a little trick that will make doing these Veils much easier for you, because the logbook always holds the location of where the key is or what ship it's in. So once you locate the logbook within Grimm's Fortune, go ahead and read to figure out which ship is holding the key, and once you do, go find the key in that ship. Now keep in mind, it can be in many different places in the ship, so look thoroughly, but rest easy knowing no matter what, it's in that boat. And then with the key, go ahead and unlock the captain's quarters, and the main thing you want to grab is the collector's chest so that you can get the Veil Stone so we can move on to the next step. Now next up, you are going to be faced with one of two quests. So let's start with the more complicated one. One quest you could be faced with is locating Suds on a given island or a given part of an island. However, this is not the whole entire quest. This is merely half of it. Once you have located Suds, he will give you pages for your book that provide you with a dig location. Now, there are two different kinds of pages he can provide you with. One of them is very easy to do, and it's just a zoomed in portion of an island with a regular X marks the spot. And if this is the one you got, it's pretty much no problem because it's generally a pretty big island. So just go over to your map table on the book and take a look and figure out which one it is. However, if you get the pages that are just photos with a weird symbol marking the dig location, unless you have extreme knowledge of Sea of Thieves, this may seem undoable for you, but fear not. There is an easy solution to it known as rarethief.com, which will be linked in the description of this video. And what it is a website that will have pretty much every quest in Sea of Thieves as a whole, but specifically this part of the Veil quest, so that you can scroll through the pages they have up on the website until you find the ones that match the ones in your book, and then when you click on it, it will provide you with the island and the exact dig location you have to go to, making this quest far easier. So if you've tried doing a Veil before and got stuck on this, don't worry, I've even gotten stuck on it many times before, and this is the website I use. It's an incredibly big help. And then once you dig at the location, you'll recover a chest that has your second Veil Stone, and you just pop it in your boat and you're good to go. The other kind of quest you could get is with Belle. And this one is, in my opinion, easier than the Suds, because it involves you going to an island to locate Belle, and the book should give you some hints as to her whereabouts. And you will go through her boring dialogue. She'll give you a special quest lantern, and you'll use that lantern to light different statues' braziers around that island. Now, the statues are easy to locate so long as you are holding that lantern out, otherwise they will be invisible to the naked eye. And make sure you light the brazier directly behind Belle, otherwise the other ones will not appear. This has stumped me in the past, so I figured I would just share it. After that though, there should be 5 braziers to light around the island, and once you have, a final one should appear with a big tornado coming down from the sky. And now, the tricky part's pretty much over. You just have to return to that tornado and kill a few waves of phantoms until you get to a Captain Phantom. And once you kill him, you will get your final Veil Stone as well as some other rewards. And then you pop the Veil Stone in your boat and we can move on to the final part of our quest, which is destroying the encampment. Now, the encampment generally spawns on the outskirts of the map as to be kept away from other players, which is great. That being said, it is a big green tornado, and anyone within a few squares will be able to see that tornado and might get curious. So it's important you get the tornado to disappear as quick as possible by destroying the 3 towers on the outskirts of the encampment as quick as possible. Because once those 3 towers are destroyed, the tornado goes away and your beacon yelling to everyone close by, "Hey, I'm about to have an Athena," goes away. So as you'll notice, as we get closer and closer, 3 bolts of lightning cast out and pop up those towers I was talking about. Each of these towers takes 5 cannonballs each to destroy, and there's not really a fastest way to do it other than sailing from one to the other after you've destroyed it, so just raise your sail up most of the way, take your time so that you miss less shots, get it destroyed, and move on to the next until you've completed all 3 of these. Now, if you are hurting for supplies, this is your chance to get some supplies, as each of these towers will spawn in 2 storage crates that have about 100 cannonballs between the 2 of them. So if you're not confident in your supplies to last you through to the end of the Vale, I definitely recommend grabbing a crate or 2. But once you're on to the final step, this part is, in my opinion, very easy. It can seem a bit daunting because there are a lot of ghost ships sailing around, but they have stormtrooper aim. And you will get hit a few times, but they miss more often than not. And the most important thing here is just taking your time, so you only have to do 1 circle around the island. So raise your sail up to about a third, maybe even a quarter if you really want to be sure. Take your time, sail around the island. Each of these towers takes 3 cannonballs each. And make sure you're paying attention to your boat, because although the ghost ships miss most of the time, they can drive through you, which puts up a lot of holes, or they can hit you with cannonballs. And my recommendation, if you are not feeling confident, if you feel like you're going to sink, just drop your sails and start to sail away, because the big tornado's gone, so no one around the map is going to see you anymore. You can take your time with this last part and fully reset your boat and come back. There's no shame in doing it in waves. We all get better at our own pace. And eventually you will get good enough to do it in one go. But there's no need to force yourself to do that if you just aren't comfortable yet. So if you need to, destroy a couple towers, sail away, fix your boat, come back. It will take much longer, but at the end of the day, as long as you are getting the loot, that's what's most important. And then once the veil goes down, that's all. You will get a bunch of treasure from this. I believe if you're representing Athena, it's between 100 to 150k, depending on how many duplicate spawns you get. And just park at the front of the tower. I will be honest, it's a bit hard to harpoon, but again, you can take your time because you're done with the hard part. And that's it. Veils are nothing to be scared of. They offer such a wide variety of tasks to do within the quest itself that, in my opinion, it makes it the most fun event or quest you can do in Sea of Thieves, and it's definitely worth giving a shot. If you guys enjoyed this video or it helped you out at all, subscribe, like, or comment down below is always appreciated. As always, we'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace!